Hello, all you beautiful people out there, and welcome to my channel. Um, for another live stream. You know, with all the dumb shit I have to deal with, sometimes I just shake my head, roll my eyes, and ask, is this a joke? So, anyway, we're doing Pastor Cherie again. I haven't done her in a long time, and I think we ought to go back to her because all I gotta say is this a joke? So, anyway, so let's see what I'm asking that about. Uh, excuse me. Let me share the screen. I got a bunch of tabs open, but I'll get hers. Alrighty. As per usual, I have not seen this. I'm going through it cold. Let's see if you can see it. Because if you can't see it, you also can't hear it. And you can see it. So I'm going to mute now so there's not an echo. And let's see what dumb shit she's got to say today.
And that way it's hidden in plain sight. The Pope has said that we should accept a of strong delusion, part 6. I'm going to talk about alien invasion, project.
Okay, well, apparently she hasn't gotten the memo that religion is a strong delusion. Alien invasion, I'm going to wait to see what she has to say. A lot of Christians say, aliens, there's no such thing as aliens. Aliens are just devils. Not even thinking that they just said aliens are real. They're just devils in disguise, but whatever. I don't know what that she's gonna say that, but that's my guess. But we'll see if my guess is correct or not. Anyway, moving on.
Blue beam and mark of the beast. If the Luciferians use the lie that those taken in the rapture were just abducted by aliens, will that be the strong delusion of the tribulation? They have been conditioning us for this one for quite some time.
Okay, I have got to say that is a new one on me. That people are going to say that people who got raptured have been abducted by aliens. It's pretty hard to surprise me with some of the dumb shit they come up with because I was born and raised in this world, in the evangelical world. But I have got to say, I have never heard of this one. That people are going to say that the people who got raptured were abducted by aliens. That's a new one on me. Ay, 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 ay. And then she says they've been conditioning us for a while. So I guess the conditioning has been going on since the 60s, which is when the alien abduction fad began. I mean, roughly speaking, it could be a little before that, but definitely by the 60s. I believe the first couple that came out with an alien abduction story was Betty and Barney. No, not Rubble. I can't remember their last name right now, but they were driving along, and they were a mixed race couple back when mixed race couples were pretty much illegal. So nobody really, believed them, but I can't remember I wish I had known she was going to bring this up. If I had, I would have had their story at my fingertips, but at any rate, let's see what other dumb shit she comes up with. I really have to come up with something better than dumb shit. Anyway, moving on.
They show so much truth to us in the movies and the books that they write, they market it out to us as entertainment.
Well, gee, Pastor Cherie, have you ever thought that maybe isn't that funny how it's always the they? Anyway, have you ever thought that maybe they market to us as entertainment because we eat that stuff up, and if there was no more market for it, they wouldn't be pushing it because there would be no market for it? Have you ever thought about that? Or, do you just like to invent conspiracy theories in your pretty little head? Moving on.
But they reveal so much truth that way, and that way it's hidden in plain sight. The Pope has said that we should accept alien forms of life as they too are our brothers. The Catholic leaders have written papers in favor of extraterrestrials, etc.
I have no idea whether this is true or not. I really don't care. But according to your belief, Pastor Cherie, God would have made all the life in the universe. So if he made humans here on Earth, he would have made whatever's out there on planet whatever, in solar system whatever, and galaxy whatever. So yeah. What's your point? Really doesn't make any sense to me. Come on, Pastor Cherie, make some sense. Of course, that's asking the impossible, but we're not going to go there.
Part of the delusion can also be that they will try to set it up to fool Christians into believing that all hope is lost, that the aliens are the good guys, that they're here to save us from the bad guys who are the bad aliens who invade Earth, and the only way out is to go with the good aliens. That's another.
Oh my God, Pastor Cherie, Men in Black was not a documentary. It was a fucking sci-fi movie. If it was a sci-fi movie. I don't know, was it a sci-fi movie? I don't know. It was a movie and it was a good movie. But it was just a movie. It wasn't no fucking documentary.
One of their little deceptions that they've been conditioning us to, okay? That they were good aliens and bad aliens. Well, I want to tell you something. An alien is a demon. A demon is a fallen angel. They are.
Yeah, I figured that's where she was going with this all they ever go to. Demons are fallen angels. Well, how the fuck do you know that, Pastor Cherie? How do you know there isn't something else out there? Oh, yeah, right. Because you're an anthropocentric dimwit who thinks we're the only people that, well, people, yeah, that we're the only things in the universe. That this little third rock from the sun and this teeny tiny solar system are the only sentient things in the universe. That's what you think. But we might not be. And I'm not saying we are. I'm not saying we aren't. I don't know. And right now, I don't fucking care. Because we got worries right here, right now to take care of. And for those of you watching in the future, I'm living in February of 2025. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. All right, moving on.
Are fallen. There's no righteousness, no holiness, no love. There's nothing good in them. There are not good ones and bad ones. If someone thinks there is a good one, give it time. It's going to turn and wreck their life. They want the person to go away from Jesus and be in damnation with them. So don't believe that nonsense that they're trying to spin out there, good ones and bad ones, okay? Benevolent and malevolent ones. They're all wicked. Their master is Satan, okay? But they have that little idea out there.
So I just got to ask you this. How do you know this? Like, know this? Hint, you don't. You don't know this. You don't know that aliens are just demons. First of all, I don't believe in demons. Okay? You don't know that there are quote unquote good aliens and bad aliens. Although I do the good aliens and bad aliens more than I do the demons, because we have no fucking clue whether we're alone in this universe. We may be, we may not be. I really don't fucking care right now. But you claim to know, and I want to know, how do you fucking know that? You don't. You don't know. Moving on.
So that they can convince Christians at some point, well, we need to go with them. They're the good guys. Going to save us from them, right? Okay. I'm just going to warn you, do not fall for any of that nonsense. There are no good or bad aliens. They all are demons. They work for their master.
And I'm going to warn you, don't fall for any of her nonsense. Because this is all fucking nonsense. It's all fucking nonsense, people. It's just to put fear into you. That's all it is. All they want is for you to be afraid. Because when you're afraid, you're going to run right to them. And you're going to do what they want you to do. Don't be afraid, people. Don't be afraid. All right, moving on.
Satan, and they want to lead you away from Christ, and they want you to be in damnation for all of eternity. Now, our government knows full well what an alien is, and they have been here on the earth for quite some time. Think back to what we learned from Phil Snyder. Let his life be a testimony, all the truth that he spoke out, and then he was because of it.
Yeah, I have no idea who this Phil Snyder is. I don't fucking want to know. But, does our government know? I don't know. I mean, why would aliens want to make contact with us? We can't even live in peace amongst ourselves. How the hell would we live in peace with another species? You know, we may not have hunted the Homo fucking hell, Homo neanderthalensis out of existence because by the time of about 20,000 years ago, I think it was 20,000 years ago. Oh no. At any rate, they were around 20,000 in population when the Ice Age began. And they just couldn't hang on. That could be because we had something to do with it. Could be that 20,000 was not a viable population. I do know that we interbred with them. But at any rate, moving on.
When they were digging the Dulce deep underground military base, he was lowered into a hole and had a shootout with aliens who are demons. And he lost fingers. He had his chest torn open. Later, he shared.
Why would demons need to use guns? Does she even listen to herself? Why would demons need to use guns? That's one of the. I heard of some really dumb stuff in my life. And that's up there with one of the dumbest. Can't say the dumbest, but one of the dumbest. Moving on.
That he walked into a high-level clearance meeting and the aliens were running it, the demons. And that all helped to wake him up to realize how far gone we already were at that point. And he started getting it out to the American public. Our government has actually signed treaties with these demons. We wanted their fallen angel technology, and in exchange, we agreed to let them have humans and animals, and we would just turn a blind eye to whatever they were doing with them. The we here is.
Okay, so how does she know all this? And if the government doesn't want this getting out, then why aren't they hunting her down? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know whether she's delusional. I don't know whether she's just lying. But there is something wrong with this lady's brain. Moving on.
The government, which is the beast system. Of course, they have no problem making these kind of deals. They serve Satan himself. Roswell was real, and they lied and said, oh, look, it was just a deflated weather balloon floating around out in the sky.
Yeah, I don't know whether they said that about Roswell, but so-called spaceships, some so-called spaceships, have been weather balloons that have been misidentified. Others have been swamp gas. You really want me to go down the line, lady?
That's what the government does all the time. Just lie and make stuff up because you will see it on TV or the radio. It's believed without any questions being asked. People just believe what the government says. If it's on TV, the radio, they believe it. Oh, it was just.
No, they don't. Um, Lady, have you heard of conspiracy nuts? Of which I think you're one, to be honest with you. I mean, we got conspiracy nuts out the wazoo. That's why this nation's in the state that it's in right now. I mean, my God. Moving on.
Just a weather balloon, nothing to see here, keep it moving. People are losing their lives for getting the truth out. Satan has always worked to shut the truth up. Now, we're going to watch this video clip. It is from the movie Left Behind, Rise of the Antichrist. And we are about.
Yeah, we ain't watching no video clip of no Left Behind. First of all, because I don't really fucking care what Tim LaHaye has to say. Number two, it's probably copyrighted. So, anyway, so I'm gonna skip.
Through a breakthrough news report. That's what he just got alerted that they were ready for their news report. That was supposedly from the main character, Buck, that the government had stated that the rapture had been debunked. You see how they do? They're always coming against God's word. And so they'll just come out and say, oh, that's been debunked already. And then everybody will be going, see, I told you so, right? Because we have people, the ones who want to go in the trib, they're fighting the ones who believe in a rapture. And so they'll just be like, see, they'll stand.
By the way, the rapture's nowhere in the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible. You'll have people who really want to believe in the rapture, and they'll find 2 or 3 verses here and there that say, see, it's talking about the rapture, but it's not. It's not. You see, I used to believe in the rapture when I was a Christian for a long while. And then I was a Christian who didn't believe in the rapture because I found out, hey, it's not in the Bible. And then I'm like, why the fuck am I believing in Christianity? It don't make no sense. So anyway, but hello whoever's here. But yeah, rapture ain't nowhere in the Bible. Whoever told you that was lying to you. Moving on.
And with the government on that, okay? So they'll make their little announcement and say, that's been debunked. And this will help their efforts to get the people to believe their lie that the vanishings had nothing to do with Jesus or the Bible or the rapture. Get the focus off of the truth, right? That's what they always do. Oh, look at this fire over here while they're really doing this over here, right? Look, it's a bomb while they're over here moving their agenda, okay? The rapture has been fought so hard. When something is hated and fought against so hard, you better stop. You better take a better look because there's usually truth there.
Also, the Jewish Bible says that when the Messiah comes, everyone will know. You see, that's why the Christians need a second coming, because not everyone knew that Jesus was the Messiah in his first coming. Now, I don't believe the Jews or the Christians, because I'm an agnostic atheist, but I'm just telling you the difference between the Jews and the Christians on this. According to the Jews, when the Messiah comes, everyone will know. Everyone. And the Christians say, well, Jesus will have that at his second coming. Everyone will know at his second coming that Jesus is the Messiah. But that's not what the Jewish scriptures say. Moving on.
I have taught about the rapture. Pastor Erastus believes in a rapture. And one strong passage to take away is Revelation 17:14. Let's go there. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And
Yeah, how many times do I have to tell these morons? I don't give a fuck what their book says. Moving on.
they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. That is the bride of Christ who comes back with him when he fights the battle of Armageddon. We are chosen and called, not the angels. This is about true Christians. The holy angels, they're part of Christ's army too, but they are not considered chosen or called. They have remained faithful. I praise God for the holy angels who have remained faithful. Now, this was out online. Aliens are demons. If you don't understand this, then you'll be greatly deceived during the Antichrist reign. A powerful delusion is coming for those who love not the truth. 2 Thessalonians 2, 9 through 12. In 95 AD, the Apostle John.
Lady, have you ever thought that maybe Christianity is a powerful delusion? Ever think of that? Maybe Christianity is the lie and the delusion, and that you love the lie more than you love the truth, because the lie is comforting and the truth is just not comforting. But you know what? I'd rather have the truth than a comforting lie. No one's coming to save us from ourselves. We have to save ourselves. And if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. Except grow the fuck up.
Wrote Revelation. He mentioned that these frog-looking beings are in fact demons. He also mentioned that they perform signs, and in the last days they will be teamed up with world leaders to battle against God. Now, talking about these frog-like spirit demons, let's go to Revelation 16, 13 through 14 and read that. And I saw coming out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, 3 unclean spirits like frogs, for they are demonic spirits, performing signs, that's like miracles, who go abroad to the kings of the whole world, to assemble them to battle on the great day of God the Almighty. Now, I can see how they're making the connection from what we have been told are demons, the aliens, the pictures of them that they put out with the big eyes and the narrow chins and all of this with the green skin and stuff, right? I can see how they're making that connection from that to these unclean frog-like spirits.
Oh my God. So, have you ever heard of the Loveland, I think it's called the Loveland frog creature? I don't know. I think it's an Ohio legend. Um, it's supposed to be this human frog um morph almost. I don't know. Um, I've never seen a picture of what it's supposed to look like, so um, that's the best I can describe it. Because, I mean, like I said, I've never seen a picture of what it's supposed to look like, but whatever. That's the best I can think that she's trying to say this is supposed to be. It's like, what the hell are you talking about, lady? Oh my God. This is what we're up against, people. This is our country. This is our country. Now, thank goodness not all of us are like this, but enough of us are, unfortunately. And you wonder why we're in the pickle we're in. I swear to God. I swear to God. What the fuck? Oh my God. All right. I can't take any more of this. That was like, I don't know, I'll probably get back to her someday, but what the hell was that? Aside from a delusional grandma, she probably isn't a grandma. But I don't know, she's delusional. That's all I gotta say. Um, what do you think? What do you think? You know, John Morris Pendleton said aliens were demons too. I don't know what to tell these people, except get a hobby. You know, go knit or crochet, because crocheting is a little bit easier to learn than knitting. I tried to learn to knit, couldn't. I learned the straight stitch on crochet. Never learned how to turn though, so all I could do was the straight stitch. So I pretty much ditched that because I couldn't learn the turn stitch. But yeah, go take up knitting or crocheting or coloring or something like that. You know, stop with all the weirdness. We got enough weirdness. Stop with all the weirdness. My God. Jesus fucking Christ. It's enough to make you nuts. All right, people. So, anyway, thanks for spending time with me whenever you're spending time with me, and I'll see you later. Been getting a lot of headaches lately, so I don't have any kind of a normal schedule. So I'm gonna be on whenever I'm on. Sorry. Can't function when I have a migraine. It is what it is. All right, well, I'll see you guys later, and bye.